So Martin Scorsese, director of great movies like Goodfellas, The Departed, he's making a new movie. You hear about this?
Mm-mm.
Well, it's set to be like a Goodfellas meets The Departed movie set in Hawaii, and he already has 3 of its cast. You got Leo, who's regular. You got Emily Blunt as the lead. But can you guess who is the leading man in this movie?
It's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
Nope.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Tamura Morrison.
Nope. I'll give you guys a hint. Da, da, da. What can I say except you're welcome?
You're welcome, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yep, you got it.
The Rock.
The Rock
The Rock is
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
is in a Martin Scorsese movie. Will be in a Martin Scorsese movie.
That's kind of
The
insane.
Rock is like, I want an Oscar. I'm tired of these filler action comedies. I want my Academy Award.
I tried to bully my way into the system with Black Adam. Turns out audiences didn't want that. So,
The
wow.
hierarchy of film bro movies is about to change.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting.
I think we've had the conversation, or online the conversation has been had of like former WWE stars with like John Cena and Dave Bautista, and how those two have maybe gotten more opportunities to flex their dramatic chops, and The Rock has not quite, except for 2009's The Game Plan. Very dramatic role.
Or the Tooth Fairy.
Wow. I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah, it's a really interesting casting choice.
Do you think it'll be good?
I'm sure. I guess. I mean,
He's just like, there's like a crime on the beach, and he's just like,
Yeah.
his little eyebrow raise. You mean to tell me that we're in some kind of mafia?
Is this some sort of Hawaiian roller coaster ride? Yeah, I mean, I would have to think that they wouldn't cast him if they didn't have confidence in his ability to pull it off, but it is sort of unique.
especially Martin Scorsese. I feel like he's very.
Yeah.
He's like the guy running the
He's
show.
He's very like almost elitist in his like view of movies. He's like, Netflix movies don't count. Marvel movies don't count.
They're roller coaster rides. But
Oh,
this
wow.
will
No, I support that though. I would be excited to see that.
Yeah, I know. It
Unless
makes
it's like 3.5 hours long, like every other of his recent movies.
it will be.
Do you think he'll have hair in this movie?
Over under, he has hair. I say he does.
I say yes, yeah.
You think so? I say no.
When does the Smashing Machine come out?
I think this year.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That would be
I
exciting.
thought you were asking because he has hair in that.
No. He also has a prosthetic nose, I think.
And he's probably trying to win himself an Oscar.
He's like,
We'll see.
I got everything else besides this Oscar.
The money, the power,
I
the fame.
I got the Kids' Choice Award. I got the Teen Choice Award.
I got one of the best Disney songs.
Yeah.
I thought you could have introed with what's his song? We stay hungry, we devour, put in the work, put in the hours.
Face off.
Yeah.
Tech 9. Thank you, brother Tech 9. Welcome back to the Good Chill Hunting Podcast. How do you like them apples?
We are back in the Good Chill Hunting Studio, aka Noah's dining room.
You never quite know. Are you going to get a blanket against the window? Are you going to get the open window because it's dark out and we don't have to worry about it? Or are you going to get an overexposed shot because Josiah turned up the exposure too much on his phone?
It's what people keep coming back for.
Yeah. But I've only watched 2 movies this week. Same with
I've watched
you.
3.
Okay, never mind. Riley, what? So
I watched 2.
You go ahead and start with what you watch.
I'll just talk about the first one.
Yeah.
I watched Saturday Night, last year's movie directed by Jason Reitman. It is about which kind of a wasted opportunity. They could have released it this year on the 50th anniversary with everything going on. I feel like
Maybe they were like there would have been too much competition with that, the 2
maybe.
releases, so they were spreading them out.
But since it's the 50th anniversary of SNL and they had that anniversary special that one weekend, it kind of got me like interested in see what Saturday Night was all about. I gave this movie 3 stars. I had it at 3.5. I could either go 3.5 or 3. It's a very like chaos-inducing movie because it's just 90 minutes before the first episode
It's like
aired.
in real time.
Yeah, real time,
That's
90
cool.
minutes.
I appreciate
Nice.
that.
So there's a lot of storylines, a lot of characters going on. It's if you like SNL, like I feel like you would love this movie because it shows the whole main cast, like Chevy Chase, John Belushi. It shows the stars who were in the first episode of the guy who did the puppets.
Jim Henson?
Jim Henson's in a guest role. Andy Kaufman, and the host was George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Yeah,
The comedian?
Yeah, George Carlin was a comedian. And it has so many characters and actors in this. It really, the cast and the characters in the movies makes this movie shine, I think.
That's why I would want it.
Yeah.
Why I would watch it, because I would want to see all the different cameos and roles.
Yes,
and
and I think like Billy Crystal is in this. Not actually Billy Crystal, but the guy. It made me want to learn more about Andy Kaufman. Like, and I want to watch Man on the Moon now.
I watched that back in like 2019.
Really?
It was really interesting.
So, this I honestly I could see myself revisiting. I think it's just there's a lot going on.
Is it like a comedy? Like, is it funny?
I mean, it's funny in some parts. I think it just really shows you what all went to into the first episode right before it aired.
Not that it's the same thing, but basically how you're describing it almost makes you think of Steve Jobs.
That's what I thought.
Because that movie,
sort of like a biopic history, but done in a
that one's in the 3 different segments that it has. It's always right before a conference or like an announcement, like the events leading up to that, which I really like that movie. So,
well, you're following Lorne Michael, the creator and the producer of this movie. You're following him around for the whole 90 minutes and just what he had to go through, how he had to get all these stars, these comedians ready, had to deal with like executives and the NBC lady, which there's some parts of this movie I didn't particularly enjoy, but overall I had a good time with it.
Also, correction, I did not watch Man on the Moon. I watched Jim Andy, which is like the documentary about the making of the movie.
Yes.
Because Jim Carrey plays.
Which he said is like one of the hardest roles, right? He's done.
It was pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it was like more of a break. He was breaking away from some of his more just Ace Ventura, or was that before that?
I think it was before Ace Ventura.
Never mind. It was a more of a dramatic role for him.
So yeah, I would say a good movie. I would watch it if you like SNL. I went and watched the first episode of SNL after I watched it, and that was fascinating.
Was it funny?
It was all right.
Kind of.
I think the movie was more funny than the actual first episode.
Yeah.
And then so the second movie we all 3 watched together. Mm-hmm. So I watched 3 movies. One of them is that one we'll get to. And then the first one I watched was Thor because Kenzie wanted to watch it, and I had previously logged it back in 2020. I gave it 3 stars, and I went down this time. I gave it 2 stars. I thought it was not as good. Like, it's probably just one of the most basic and like forgettable superhero movies. I don't like.
Thor doesn't have much of a personality in the movie.
I mean,
he has bleached eyebrows.
He technically has like an arc, but I don't buy it. I don't like the way this movie is shot. I don't know if you guys, when the last time you would have seen it.
Don't like Kenneth Branagh? Are you telling me you don't like Kenneth Branagh?
You don't like Murder on the Orient Express?
Or Death on the Nile?
Death on the Nile. I saw that. We saw that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like 50% of the shots in this movie, that's an exaggeration, but a lot of the shots in this movie are like tilted. Normally like a Dutch angle is
meant to like induce a feeling of like uneasiness.
Anxiety. But he, like so many shots, just like establishing shots. And it's not like an anxiety inducing movie, but it's like, why did he make this choice to have so many of these shots tilted? I didn't like it.
Was it like Asgard is tilted and Earth is like regular to like establish the difference?
No, I don't think. And I didn't notice any pattern with it. I thought, and just like the way he shot the action, there's like 10 different cuts within like 3 seconds, and so
hate that.
It wasn't very well shot in my opinion. Man.
Just so the record shows, you gave the first Thor 2 stars and you gave Thor Love and Thunder 4 stars.
Yeah. I think Thor Love and Thunder is a more entertaining movie.
You have that at 4 stars.
Yeah, and I have for the past 2 years or whatever. We talked about this so much. I would rewatch Thor: Love and Thunder right now, and I bet I don't give it lower than 3 stars on a rewatch. Anyway,
I can't do this pod.
Cut the show. I'm done.
I also, this movie contains one of the things that I've realized is one of my biggest pet peeves in movies, and that's when scientists, I don't know why I did air quotes on that, scientists just start throwing out jargon to make themselves sound really smart, but it doesn't.
Yeah, because that's when the general's like, English, please.
Yeah, but it's just Natalie Portman and Stellan Skarsgård. They're just like, did you have the particle capacitor? Yep, it's in the bag. Did you grab the blah blah blah?
It's in the doo-wop.
Yeah, these readings are off the chart. I find that to be really annoying.
What movie was?
It's in a lot of movies, probably. That's why I didn't like Rise of the Planet of the Apes as much.
It was in Captain America: Brave New World. I think leader or someone was explained something, and it was very basic. And it's just Sam Wilson was like,
"Yeah,
I speak English" or something like.
Yeah. I remember
medical jargon that maybe means something, maybe doesn't, but it sounds smart, and so we're supposed to think these people are geniuses. And I just found it to be really irritating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm smart, so I know everything they're saying, so that doesn't bother me.
That's probably why you like it so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll never be as smart as you. So
I know.
I'm just accepting that now on the record.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thor: Love and Thunder, though. Maybe we can watch it as a group.
One day.
And then the second movie I
our
watched.
Patreon movie of the week.
Yeah.
Right. You're just sitting there the whole time.
The second movie is the one that Riley.
Well, let's do Nope first.
Nope. Okay, fine.
So I watched 2 movies this week, and one of those was the movie that the 3 of us watched the other night. We watched Jordan Peele's Nope. Riley's pick.
Such a good movie.
Right. Well, you gave it 4.5 stars.
Yeah,
this was you saw it in theaters.
I saw it in theaters, which that was a crazy night. And then I saw it Friday for the second time.
You give 4.5 stars. I give it 3 stars.
I gave it 2.5. Maybe could call it a 3-star movie.
It's like you can tell it's a good movie. Like it looks good, great performances. You can tell there's like a lot of subtext to it, but I found myself being like, I don't quite follow everything that's happening.
That was why I didn't like Us as much. I don't remember. I probably gave that movie 3 stars as well. It was good. It was funny. I like the characters. It's got horror elements, but comedy. But at the end of the movie, I don't really understand what took place or like the significance that I'm supposed to be feeling. I don't understand that. And that's how Nope was, where clearly a lot is going on, very big events, but I don't understand how all of it's connected. And by the end of it, I just felt like I had more questions than answers in a dissatisfying sort of way.
So let's talk about that. What questions did you guys have or feel like?
My first question for the movie master here is how, and we're going to get into spoilers for Nope.
Yep.
Let's say that. How Jupe, played by Stephen Yeun,
Mm-hmm.
there's like the whole background of him with the monkey Gordy killing people. It's very traumatic for him. And then he dies. I don't understand how that actually adds to the plot.
I got this one. I'm the master.
Thank you.
Basically, I just read a bunch of other people's Letterboxd reviews. I think it has to do with the fact that that was a extremely traumatic, graphic, like violent episode in a commercial Hollywood like televised space, and then instead of like processing it, Steven like Jupe like commercialized it. Like he took his trauma and he translated it into
Turned it into a dollar bill.
Yeah, well, because like that was the whole significance of like they made an SNL skit about it, and like instead of like
Yeah, he didn't tell his own what happened.
Yeah.
He told it through what SNL did.
yeah, and it was this idea of like this monkey, can't be tamed, but trying to tame it, and then it's like a creature, so it lashes out, and I think that's an allegory for the jean jacket, the alien. Is like because the Jupe, the show, there's like
The alien's name is Jean Jacket?
That was the horse that they sold for Scorpion King, so they called the alien Jean Jacket.
You missed that?
Yeah, I knew the horse was named Jean Jacket.
Yeah, they gave it the new.
Because that was the horse, the Emerald, that was supposed to be her horse, but they sold it to Scorpion King, and so she was looking down at OJ and her dad training it when that was supposed to be her horse.
And so they decided to name the alien that.
Because they were going to conquer the alien,
I
tame
see.
it, so
Okay.
to speak.
Continue.
And so anyway, so that's what the Jupiter, what was it called? His amusement park, like that was the big event, was that he was like trying to tame the alien, like he would come out and
Well, he
put on a
thought he
show.
tamed it because he was feeding it the horses for like 6 months, and he's like, he finally has the lasso experience when he brings people there because he feels like he has tamed it, because he feels like, he even says before he gives his big speech, I'm the chosen one, because he feels like he's chosen because he's the one that like survived.
I don't remember him saying that.
Like right before he does his speak to the crowd, he's like facing with the horse. He's like, I'm the chosen one.
But
So-
then it was not tamed.
Yeah, just like the gorilla in the show,
Chimpanzee.
The chimpanzee, they felt like it was tamed, and then the balloons, and then just went off. Kind of like the similar thing with
What do you have to say about the shoe?
the shoe. Well, I that was a big question for me the first time I saw it. From what I gathered, it's supposed to be like the bad miracle, like what OJ says,
Oh.
and it's supposed to be Jordan Peele said that's the impossible shot that they're all trying to get, and in that scene, it helps Jupe disassociate. He's not looking the monkey right directly contact. He's looking at the shoe, like his focus is on the shoe.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like that's the thing. Like I appreciate the movie more like once you are able to put it all into context. But I think that the movie would benefit greatly from a second watch.
I mean, I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it the first time, but there was a lot of questions I had too, similar to you guys. And then rewatching it, like it puts everything together more, like the themes I really enjoy about how you're trying, like the TMC guy, he doesn't care about himself. He just cares about that shot. And it's like about how
Doesn't he? That was his like dying words. He was like, "Don't you want to be on TV?"
yeah.
So it was like this idea of just always commodifying everything. And
And there was a big thing when the movie released. Daniel
Kaluuya.
No, Logan Paul went on Twitter. Logan Paul went on Twitter. Was like, "Nope is a bad movie. It doesn't make any sense." And he's like, "You are the TMZ guy. Like you try to get the shot."
That's funny. Okay, well, I appreciate this conversation because now I want to rewatch it at some point and be like, I
gotta say, when the Jean Jacket, the alien, came and abducted everyone at the event, and we're just watching them be digested, and they're screaming. I did not like that.
That was pretty haunting.
I did not like that at all. Like it made me very uncomfortable.
But then, like even just like
them
the ship
slowly
like, going away, and you slowly, like just very faintly hear.
It
like,
was very
people screaming.
claustrophobic. You see them like getting sucked in. That made me
that was pretty
really
good.
uncomfortable.
I thought that was pretty
Which
good.
I guess is the point of a horror movie, so I can't fault it. I just did not like the way that made me feel.
I mean, I think that is a very visceral scene.
I would agree. Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoy it.
But yeah, okay, I would agree. This movie has benefited from this conversation.
I think there's so many more themes we could talk about too. But I also like Christopher Nolan's cinematographer Hoytma. I mispronounced that.
I think you just
feel
made
like
that up.
that's not right.
But he did the cinematography for this movie, and they actually shot the whole movie in like daylight. Like the whole movie shot in daylight, but he like has a rig where he shoots in like 65mm and then infrared, and he like combined it and made it look like darkness.
What's the significance of that.
What does that?
I just think it's really fascinating that the whole movie is actually shot.
I don't know.
The whole movie's shot in daylight, but it still looks really good.
Yeah, it does. I was that just a practical thing, or you don't? Was there like symbolic of how?
Well,
Oh,
I don't know if this is like symbolic of like Jordan Peele, but they couldn't shoot it in dark to make it look good. So the way this movie is made, like there's big care to put in this movie to make it look good, and then you could tell by the cinematography, the camera work, and just how they did it. I think is fascinating. I just want to share it with people.
And just to say what I liked about it, there's a couple of really good songs from the score, especially towards the end. The score as a whole was pretty good, and I really like Daniel Kaluuya. I think he did a really good job of falling into his character. Even like I feel like his gait when he's walking, like he had his shoulder slouch. He just kind of adapted this character really well. He did really good.
Yeah, and I'll also say like the themes and like the way you watch it again, more things are tied together. It shows Stephen Yeun's like trauma. He didn't really have guidance after his trauma, so he monetized the whole experience. Well, OJ's trauma, his dad died because his dad looked up and got hit by a coin. And then he like thinks about his dad. About his dad has a saying like some animals aren't meant to be tamed, and like it shows you like OJ is not there trying to get fame. He's trying to do the hard work to relive his dad's thing because he says that's real. What my dad did, what our dad did, that's real.
But isn't their whole objective, him and M are trying to capture the alien on footage? They're trying to get that
that's
shot.
more like Emerald's thing, I feel like. Because she like from the very beginning of the movie, she's just trying to do her thing. Like the horse thing is my side hustle, she says. Like I'm all these things. I cook grilled cheese. I ride motorcycles. She says that in the opening. I sing, do a little singing. And then throughout the whole movie, she's just trying to do the easy work to get the fame while he's doing the hard work.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I just go on for this.
I was going to say.
Probably ought to move on to the next thing.
Good movie. Great movie. Go watch Nope. Jordan Peele won the best. Never mind. You gave Captain America: Brave New World a higher score than Nope, and that's just a travesty to me. So,
anyway,
boo this man. Come on,
woo everyone. This man. Woo, woo. And okay, so Josiah and I also watched the movie that Riley picked for winning trivia last week. He picked Superman the movie, 1978, directed by Richard Donner. We both gave it 3.5 stars.
And that's
moving on to our next.
Sorry, something. I was looking at something real quick. What'd you say?
No, it was just funny. There's a little bit of silence there.
3.5 stars. There's a lot to love about the movie. There's a lot to not love about the movie.
I agree.
I think it is a long movie that could. Sometimes you're like, man, that was a long movie. It should have been shorter. I don't know what they would have cut out, but they could have cut something out. With this movie, I think very clearly there's a lot of stuff, at least in the beginning, that could have been cut. That would have made the get moving much quicker, and that would have made it a better experience.
But also, like the scene of them flying, Superman Lois, that was so long. The destruction after the earthquake, that just went on and on. So it's like, or I saw a Letterboxd review. It was just like, just cut out the first 45 minutes. Like, even at that time, everyone knew Superman's origins. So it's just like it felt unnecessary.
The naked boy was kind of weird.
There's also a naked boy in the Seventh Seal.
I actually like the origin telling of Superman because I didn't know until recently because I watched Man of Steel. I haven't seen this movie that in Man of Steel, his dad dies by a tornado. And he's like, wait, don't save me. And I think that's kind of dumb. While in this movie, his dad dies by a heart attack. So with all that power.
Yeah. Okay, but I had a gripe with that. I think that's a great point. Like,
Josiah's got some grips.
Got some grips with that. I think that's a great, like, even with all this power, I can't save everyone. But at the same time, one, it's not like he had done anything with his power. His power was a secret, so we wouldn't expect him to do something. Two, that point doesn't come up at all the rest of the movie. The idea of like I couldn't save, and it's like
yeah, it did, because that's isn't that why he goes back in time to save Lois?
Oh yeah, that's true.
That actually is kind of a pretty big thing.
At what point did he bring up his dad in that?
Because he couldn't save his dad, and then he lost Lois, so he chooses to use his powers to go back in time to save her.
I didn't catch that. I mean, I guess I just thought. I mean, Christopher Reeve, what a gem, honestly.
Yeah, he's the highlight.
I like Pink very much, Lois. He's a G.
Actually, I take that back. I think Christopher Reeves is great. I think he does. Christopher Reese's Cup. I really liked Gene Hackman, and
I thought he was great.
Yeah,
him and Otis and the girl. Their scenes were some of the most entertaining, I think, the whole movie. Because Lex Luthor's, at least he's become this like billionaire playboy, like evil genius, but here he's just a guy who lives underground and he's trying to get some real estate. But I thought it was really entertaining.
I thought I really liked just the intro scene where like it's not, you don't even get the face reveal yet. You just see him like operating the machinery and pushing the cop like into the train.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a fun like, oh, like this is kind of what we're working with. Lex Luthor is a little bit more sadistic than in other iterations, so I liked it.
For a while, I was sort of confused why he developed this like need to defeat Superman, but by the end, I kind of figured it out. It just his motivations for not liking Superman seemed more just like superficial and like he needs to be a villain for villain's sake.
Well, I think it was Superman was a
he was a do-gooder, and he was going to stop his plight to own real estate along.
And
the
he
West
saw
Coast.
how powerful Superman was, and he had to prove to himself and to Superman that he was more powerful.
Sure,
he could overpower the most powerful. I was like, you know what? Maybe I would be down to watch the other movies. And then Superman 2, 2 hours, 30 minutes. Superman 3, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, hour and a half. That's where it falls off. But I don't know, like, if I were to watch them, it would be to see Christopher Reeve just in the role again.
Richard Donner's like, we are setting up a sequel in the very first 5 minutes of this movie. Because
I would imagine
General Zod is like the main villain, I think, in the second one.
Okay, that's what I figured. But it was also the intro credits in this movie.
Very long.
They literally, it's like 8 minutes, one name at a time. We got the screenwriter.
Yeah, I feel like it gave me just like original Star Wars trilogy energy, though. Just this is what science fiction looked like in the 70s.
Yeah.
John Williams score.
It's got a lot of the score is really good. It's John Williams?
Yeah.
Oh,
I suppose it is interesting. You kind of I take it for granted, like that's like the Superman theme, but that didn't exist before this movie. Like the theme was written for this movie, right? So I don't know. You just kind of you think that the theme has always existed with Superman, but no, it was like this movie introduced it, which is kind of cool.
But I know you talked about it when you first watched it, but I feel like Superman is a character that I've never really given much attention to. But he's a really cool superhero. Like, I'd love to watch more Superman and just like learn more about his mythos.
Just growing up, we had Superman Returns was kind of like my first experience. And I was like, lame.
Yeah,
because I went to the theater and that movie's really boring, especially for me as a kid. Which, as a kid, you think every movie's great. We got probably to the third act of that movie, and they're like, "Stop the show! There's a tornado coming to our town." And so we left, and then next week, my parents were like, "We're gonna go finish the movie." It's like, no,
we don't have to. That's really funny. I don't think we had much other than like maybe the Justice League show, which I watched here and there. I think Superman was a little bit more stalwart in that, a little bit more stoic, and so he had just more of a friendly, who are you, friend? Just like, you could be my friend, Superman.
And then Lois Lane was like, she got her vocal workout.
I thought even just like the dialogue, just like even at the Daily Planet, just like all the banter and stuff. It's just like I really enjoy this. Feels very real.
I love it when he takes his glasses off. He's
Yeah.
like,
I thought I don't know who played Lois Lane, but I thought she did pretty good too.
Using the X-ray vision to see if she had lung cancers. Not yet. Like okay.
Yeah.
So good pick, Riley. Good pick.
thank you.
You've done it again. See,
You 2 for 2 on the long movies.
yeah, I was going to say Riley picks good movies, but long movies because he knows that Noah and I aren't going to sit down for a 2.5-hour movie if we aren't forced to.
And you guys picked one of the shortest movies
Pick
ever.
an hour 20 because I care about you.
And Empire Records was like 90 minutes flat.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Oscars are coming up. Well, actually, by the time this episode comes out, the Oscars I think will have happened the day before. So actually, you will know if you're watching this after the Oscars, you'll know who all the winners before us in this moment.
Who wins Best Picture?
Amelia Perez, and
I'm saying the Brutalist.
so unfortunately, the timing of this was not as properly executed as I would like. But I have pulled up here because I really enjoy just like the idea of the Oscars and kind of naming a best movie of the year, what have you. But there's a lot of movies that have come out since the Oscars started. So I got just a list from Collider, the website, and it's just the best picture winners ranked worst to best since the year 2000.
Okay, I like it.
The worst one is going to be Crash. That's my guess.
Number 24, Crash. And then I like the
Green
article.
Book would be next, maybe.
I like the article because it says what movie should have won that year.
Okay, I like it.
That was what, 2004?
2005.
2005.
They said it's an Ang Lee movie,
Oh, Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain, because Ang Lee won Best Director for Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you seen Crash?
No.
I don't think anyone has.
Yeah, yeah. It. I don't know anything about it other than it's
Like, a lot of different events going on
Different-
intertwined
yeah,
somehow.
sort of a movie about fate, maybe.
Yeah. Collateral Beauty. That's a movie about fate.
I bet Green Book's next.
Cloud Atlas. Number 23 is Green Book.
Yeah.
2018. What should have won? It was a Netflix movie.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Nope. No, that was like
Last year.
last year. 2018. It was
That wasn't
Spanish, or it was Mexico, maybe.
Roma.
Yeah, Roma.
Yep. Yeah, Green Book. I like how they talk about it in the article because they're like, it's a good movie, and I think that was even the sentiment at the time. Everyone's like, it's a good movie, but it's
I think it's like Letterboxd reviews have called it like baby's first like movie about racism.
Yeah,
Like,
that's kind
or
of
racism is bad.
It's like I think directed by a white director. The protagonist is a stereotypical racist guy, and
The director, I'd be curious to pull it up because I'm pretty sure I just found this out recently. He's done like a bunch of like rom-coms, like Wedding Crashers or something,
interesting.
and then he goes and wins Best Picture.
Yeah. So, and then he says like Viggo Mortensen, Mahershala Ali like give great performances, but he's like even that year specifically like Black Klansman and Black Panther both came out. So if we're talking about a movie
Peter Farrelly did Green Book, but he also did Dumb and Dumber. There's Something About Mary, Ricky Stenicki that came out last year, Movie 43,
wow,
Osmosis Jones,
No.
The Heartbreak Kid.
He does not deserve that Oscar. Take it away.
Anyway, just the idea of like even a year where so many movies that are dealing with racist themes of racism, it was one who won. So what do you think number 2 is? 2014.
Number 2?
22. 2014.
Well, you have The Artist, Argo, 12 Years a Slave. No.
I don't.
Is
I
it
don't
Spotlight? No.
Tastes like a regular milkshake. Not Spotlight though.
Oh, Birdman.
Birdman.
I
think people just don't talk about this movie.
It's very.
I remember when it.
It's on my watch list. I want to see it, but like, I don't like it. All they say is, to quote Shakespeare, "full of sound and fury, signifying nothing." So it's like it does a lot.
Doesn't stand the test of time.
Yeah.
As far as being remembered.
I have it, and I remember watching it. I'm like, this is great, and then, but I haven't. That was so long ago, and I forget everything about it.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this because it's in the library." And he was like, "I hate this movie."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
John knows what he's about and what he's not about. Number 21. This is an interesting. 2001.
Oh, it's the Russell Crowe movie. What's it called?
Oh,
Shoot.
Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beautiful Mind.
I think people have also dogged on that for just being like, maybe it has to do with like Russell Crowe and like the nature of the role, and it's maybe like low hanging fruit.
Yeah,
as
Oscar
far as
bait.
like Oscar bait goes.
Well, like also that year was like the Fellowship of the Ring came out, and I think that's an article, or like Apollo 13, and so there's just better movies. Yeah, maybe that had done more justice to what they were working with.
I bet the King's Speech is coming up, and they're gonna say Social Network show one.
Number 20 is 2002. Next year,
Coda? No,
2022.
Oh, 2002. Oh, Chicago.
Chicago.
I don't know anything about it. I have no desire.
That's a musical, right?
Yeah.
That's how much I know about it.
Zeta-Jones.
They said The Pianist should have won.
What did you just call me?
A peon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know anything about Chicago?
It's in Chicago.
It's in Illinois. Windy City. Yeah, I don't know anything about
Michael
Chicago.
Jordan.
Number 19, 2008.
Hurt Locker?
Nope.
When did the Hurt Locker come out?
Oh, Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Gazillionaire.
The Dark Knight.
No, they said Milk.
What? The Dark Knight.
You know who directed Milk?
Sean Penn?
Gus Van Sant,
Oh,
who did Good Will Hunting.
I did not know that.
Right, he's like, well, it's probably an okay movie. It's probably worth checking out. Again, I think it's probably just the argument of like other better movies came out.
Well, Collider also said Captain America, the First Avenger is the best MCU movie. So take that with a grain of
Really?
salt. Yeah.
Probably a different writer.
Probably, yeah, I was going to say. Number 18, 2011,
Oh, The Artist.
The Artist.
That's a movie that I think time has forgotten.
That's what, yeah, it's like, it's this love letter to the silent film era, and it just like, everybody was all about it when it came out, and then, because you know what else came out in 2011 was The Tree of Life, Terrence Malick's movie, and I think
That's what they say show one.
that's what they said should have won.
Mhm.
Which The Tree of Life is like, that's an Oscar movie. That's a movie that you would think would sweep at the Oscars, but I think it didn't win anything, or it certainly didn't win Best Picture. Yeah, The Artist. It's like, yeah, that's Oscar bait. Number 17, 2021,
Coda.
Coda.
I think what came out in 2021.
They said The Power of the Dog should have won.
Yeah.
But Coda was, like I said, Coda was great. Very feel good movie. I don't think it should have won Best
From
Picture.
a
Just from
cinematic like standpoint. Like,
yeah,
it
just a
wasn't.
writing perspective from a like the scale of Best Picture, like making it all the way. It just doesn't feel like it achieves what other Best Picture winners have achieved. But it does make you feel good. It makes you cry. Or at least seeing ghosts right now.
I'm trying to think what came out in 2021.
Power of the Dog, West Side Story. That's the two that this brings up.
Top Gun Maverick came out in 2021.
That was 22.
Okay.
16, 2010.
The King's Speech.
Yeah.
And Social Network.
Yeah, well, that's what it says. Like the King's Speech would, its legacy would be nicer if it had not won, because all that you talk about when you talk about the King's Speech is how it overshadowed Black Swan, Inception, Social Network, Toy Story 3. Like 2010 was like a powerhouse year.
Yeah.
I've seen the King's Speech though. It was good.
I remember liking it.
It's just not what I expected going into it. It was not kind of like a dainty sort of period piece. It was like very, Geoffrey Rush. He was like, "You're off the edge of the map, mate. You're here, there be monsters." Yeah. Right. Number 15, 2004.
Is that Return of the King?
2003.
Oh.
I don't know.
$1 Million Baby. $1 Million Baby.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a single Clint Eastwood movie that I've like thought was like, yes, this is a good movie. I remember watching Million Dollar Baby back in college, and it was. It's just
Sure, number 2. I didn't like that movie.
okay.
I've seen The Mule.
I've seen Gran Torino. I didn't like Gran Torino. I think all of his movies are kind of
I've
full
seen
of
Trouble with the Curve.
full of bad
Yeah.
acting.
We watched Cry Macho.
Oh, Sully,
Oh, he did that
American
one?
Yeah.
Sniper.
American Sniper. Yeah, they're just sort of unremarkable.
Yeah, not bad, but it just kind of feels like I'm alive, so I got to keep making movies. It's like
Oh, what choice do I have?
take a break. Number 14, 2012,
Argo.
Argo.
There we go.
Have you seen that?
No.
We watched that in high school with
Yeah.
our dad. Because that was like, we're into movies. We should watch the best picture
Yeah.
winner.
I don't remember because that's a story of like U.S. hostages over in the Middle East and
In
they get
Iran.
rescued.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck directed.
Yeah, it was Ben Affleck.
Ben
Affleck. I think people they talk about how the movie, just the fact that it's Hollywood kind of sick, because like that's what they do. They kind of make these U.S. embassy, they dress them up as Hollywood workers, and that's how they're as Canadian workers, and that's how they get them out. But it's like kind of maybe a self-indulgent tale of how Hollywood saves Americans from the Middle East.
People will say that. I don't know if
That's what they said in the article.
Okay.
And how they maybe altered some history in
Well,
order to tell a good story.
Of course they did.
What'd they say should have won?
Lincoln. We watched Lincoln.
Boring.
We watched Lincoln in U.S. history class in high school, and we're all like, "This sucks. Where are the explosions?"
Where's the vampire?
Where's Bill Gates?
Ben Gates.
Ben Gates.
Where's Microsoft?
I'm right here, Riley.
Nice try. Number 13 was 2017.
Shape of Water.
Yeah. I think
We're kind of getting to the top half. Of
yeah.
the
So like
list
some of
now.
these, we're like obviously these are not like bad movies, but it just becomes a discussion of like
What should have
what
won?
could have won or
The Shape of Water. That's the one where she falls in love with the sea creature.
yeah. And so I think
Kind of
it's
weird.
like a good movie, but he's like, what a surprising movie to win Best
Mhm.
Picture. Just like where the movie goes, you just saw it. But like the 2017 movie that should have won, he said was Get Out, which is
That would have been surprising.
that would have been crazy.
Horror movie win. Crazy.
Horror movie,
From
first
a
time
first-time
director,
yeah.
first time comedy veteran, 3 billboards.
Hmm.
But he said at least 3 billboards didn't win, right? It's like, yeah, that would not have fit. Call Me by Your Name came out that year. Number 12, 2000,
That's Gladiator.
Gladiator. Haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
I listened to Hans Zimmer's score at the concert. That's about it.
That was pretty good.
No.
What
He
what
just
should
said
have
he
won?
said Traffic should have won.
I don't know that movie.
It's about
Well,
the drug
friend of
trafficking.
the show, Jacob, said it would die on any hill that Gladiator should win Best Picture every year. It's like, Jacob, they only can win the year it came out. What?
Number 11, 2022.
Oh, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, and it said like that should have won. I think everybody's pretty content with that win.
Yeah.
It felt very fresh,
Wait.
very new.
What should have won?
That movie, like
Oh.
it said, what did win, what should have won.
Oh, okay, right. We're at that point.
Top Gun Maverick.
That was that was 22. Yeah. That got nominated for Best Picture, didn't it?
I know, it did.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Number 10, 2009,
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker.
got it.
Haven't seen that. Heard it's good, but he said Inglourious Bastard should have won.
Ooh.
That would be an
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that one should have won.
Have you seen The Hurt Locker?
No.
We watched it.
I've seen
'Cause
Glorious Bastard.
we
I
bought that-
didn't watch it. We owned it on DVD. You and Dad watched it. I didn't watch it.
Besides, like, I don't support the war in the Middle East.
And number 9, 2015,
Oh, Moonlight.
Nope.
No, Spotlight.
Spotlight. I watched that. I pirated that movie back in 2016. I was a young whippersnapper then. I'm surprised that movie ranked this highly.
Really?
It just, I don't know.
People probably thought
It's
it
an
was
important story, but in a movie form, I wonder how exhilarating of an experience that is.
I thought all the performances, from what I remember, were pretty good. It's got a good cast.
Yeah, it does. They said Mad Max Fury Road should have won.
Oh,
Yeah. Let's go. I love
W article.
Number 8, 2020.
Parasite. No, that was 2019.
What was? Oh, Nomad Land. No Man Land.
No Man Land.
Nomadland.
Nomadland. Yep, and that's what they said should have won.
Really?
I've seen it.
I've not heard any sort of discussion about that movie.
But 2020, not a whole lot came out that year
course,
because of
that was-
COVID.
2020. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. That was one of our movies. Me and our dad were sitting down to watch a movie, and he was like, "Well, what about Nomadland? That one I've heard is pretty good."
It seems like a dad movie.
That's what I'm saying. And then we watched Coda instead,
Eh.
which I think that's a female director. A lot of female directors in 2020. Number 7, 2006.
The Departed.
The Departed. And that's
The Departed.
That show won.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're getting up. We're getting up there. Number 6, 2023.
Oppenheimer.
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 That should be number 1. So
Yep.
good. Or probably that or Parasite.
Number
I
5,
bet Parasite's won.
2013.
12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
I've heard it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's
our dad and our brother Sam watching, and it's like, that's a tough watch.
Probably
it's an
only-
important watch, but it's-
probably that's a movie like you only want to watch one time.
right. It's not a movie that probably makes you feel super good, but you do feel like you've experienced something
Mhm.
bigger,
Yeah.
which is what movies are great for. But
Steve McQueen, right?
yep, Steve McQueen. Number 4, 2007.
Oh shoot.
I don't know.
Coen Brothers.
Oh, No Country for Old Men.
Mm.
Yeah, I need to rewatch.
That
We
needs,
watched that in high school, and I think we couldn't appreciate it at the time.
No.
Because we're like, well, again, where are the explosions?
Yeah. Why am I not laughing right now?
Because the movie is quite, that's what I said, one of the boldest Best Picture wins, just because it's just so dark and like it just ends on such a strange.
Yeah, I remember how
note.
it ends now.
Now that I'm talking about it, it's like I really want to rewatch it.
What's the most you've ever lost in a coin toss?
Yeah.
I need to know what I stand to lose.
Yeah. Number 3, 2003.
The Return of the King.
Return
Yeah.
of the King. It's a good movie.
Good movie. Number 2.
You wouldn't know.
Number 2 is Moonlight.
Number 2 is Moonlight.
Really?
Well, should have won. La La Land.
Sorry, buddy.
My favorite was like one of my favorite movies. If you didn't know, so
Yeah.
I love La La
I
Land.
don't even really know what Moonlight's about.
It just follows. It is the movie's triptych structure. Constantly reminds us of how quickly time passes and how impressionable we are at young ages. So I think it just follows someone, young man, through his life. Then number 1,
Parasite.
Parasite.
Parasite. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It was like the first
Foreign film.
foreign film to win Best Picture, and it. Man, would you just watched it recently?
Yeah.
Does that?
That deserves.
I
It's
need
so
to rewatch
good.
it. I
It's
mean,
really
it's
good.
great. I need to rewatch it though, to feel that place at number 1. We support Bong Joon-ho at this table though,
Yes.
even if he made Okja.
Riley still has to watch it.
I was gonna watch it someday, soon, before Mickey 17 comes out.
And Snowpiercer.
Yeah, Snowpiercer's good, but it was better in high school. Anyway,
And then what should win this year? At the Oscars this year, 2024 is Dune Part 2.
yeah. Oh yeah. So like I said,
You'll
everyone
know.
we'll know.
You have more information than we do.
You said The Brutalist. I'd probably go with The Brutalist.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm going Honora, just to be different.
I'll go with Amelia Perez, just to be different.
What do you mean Amelia Perez didn't win?
If Dune Part 2 pulls it out, that would be the coolest thing.
That,
ever.
that will be
That'd
cool.
be
I feel like
crazy.
that'll be kind of a victory for movies for the common man.
Yeah.
Well, Denis Villeneuve is one of the best directors working, and he gets snubbed.
Has he won an Academy Award?
No,
Really?
I don't think so.
Then yeah, he
He's been
should.
nominated for so many, I'm sure.
Are we sure? Because he wasn't nominated for Dune or Dune Part 2. For
Enemy-
Arrival, probably.
Yeah, Arrival, Enemy, well, probably not Enemy.
Sicario.
Prisoners, Blade Runner 2049
Yeah,
had to have got some
Yeah.
special effect. All right.
All right, it's game time, y'all.
Game time.
So today, which I gotta make sure it does not pop up.
Look away. Avert your eyes.
Oh shoot! Come on.
Probably
Stupid
upscared.
technology.
Oh crap!
Technical difficulties. Okay, it's recording. We got this. We got this, y'all. And then
Princess,
start
got this.
We
slideshow.
got this. What? Calm down.
It's called Guess That Movie.
Meow, 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 meow.
Wow, did you do the graphic design yourself?
Yeah, I did.
That's pretty good.
All right, guess the movie. There's 3 rounds. The first round. Oh, shoot. The first round, Noah and Josiah are gonna write down the answers. Because it's not gonna be the first one to guess it.
Thank you.
I got a good feeling about this, by the way.
I got a pretty bad feeling about this. Gotta say.
And when Noah gets nervous, he starts hiccuping.
Oh crap. Yep.
So,
So
this
much
is
for a poker
guess the
face.
movie. Every answer will be what the movie is. But each round is different.
Okay.
Do we need to like number out or something?
Well, this first round is just going to be you writing down. It's
That's
just
a really good box.
5 movies. Thank you. 5 movies. And the round number 1. Am I still good? I accidentally hit this.
So
All right. Round 1 is Framed. I don't know if anyone has ever played Framed before. I've done this a lot on my Twitch channel, but Framed is they take stills for movies. They are very hard at the beginning, so you can get 6 points, and then they progressively get easier as they go on. This is just an example. It's not the actual.
Raising Arizona?
No, I think that's Moonstruck.
Never heard of it.
One of my mom's favorite movies. Shout out, Mom. So Framed. If you want to play this, the link is in the corner. It's framed.wtf.
We're not getting paid for this.
So, round number 1, do not yell out the answers. Just write them down, and then whoever gets it earlier,
Yeah.
it'll get progressively easier. Round number 1.
And
First
obviously, we know these movies. Maybe we haven't seen them, but we.
This first one I made it a little difficult. The other
Okay.
ones you all know.
Okay.
This one just is might be a little difficult.
Okay.
All
right.
I don't have a
Pass.
guess.
Okay, so this is slide number 5. I mean,
2.
so yeah, 2.
Kind of looks like Hocking Hills. Here in
You
Ohio.
passing?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a heart. I have an idea. Okay, so what happens if I have a guess? Because you don't get penalized for guessing in Framed.
Nope. Just one guess per still.
Okay.
Okay.
So if I have a guess,
Yeah, you'll get.
do I write it down or do I just?
Yeah,
say
you
it?
write down,
And you show Riley then?
and then you'll get. No, just write it down, and then the next slide, you'll just get less points.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're-
yeah. Okay.
Sure. Okay. I don't have a guess.
I was wrong.
What
is
kind of
that?
spooked?
Should
You said you made it difficult, and
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree. Because I don't even.
okay. Next slide.
That doesn't help.
Who's that?
All right.
I
Next
think
slide.
you accidentally included a picture of a random guy.
This is the final.
Yep. Final one. She gave it away. I made this one really hard. I didn't want to make it too easy.
Well, good job. I
Okay.
don't even have a wild guess.
Okay, so my first guess was National Treasure 2.
That's incorrect.
I know that's incorrect. I said you're next.
That's incorrect.
Really? And then I just said Blair Witch Project.
That is also incorrect. The answer is Creep. I don't know if you guys ever heard that movie.
Nope.
All right. So first answer was Creep. Did not get it. Okay. Round number 2.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Slide number 2.
It better not be National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets.
Yeah, kind of what it
Do
looks. That's not.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Slide number 3.
Okay. Well, I got it on my.
Okay.
one.
Okay. So you get 6 points.
Oh my gosh, I know I've seen this movie.
Wait, can you verify?
Yeah.
Yippee!
Shoot, that's so incredibly familiar, but
And that guy's not even wearing any makeup.
Yeah, I know he's wearing makeup.
Like, what is Tom Hanks doing in this movie? Very wrong.
Is that the right answer?
That's incorrect.
What?
Okay, next slide.
Oh, it's
Just you can just say it.
it's just Mission Impossible.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get 3 points. All right. Yep. It's Mission Impossible.
Everyone wants a taste of the goods.
Yeah, it's a taste of the goods.
Okay, movie number 3.
Oh, I
That's correct.
Shoot.
I'm
get
kind
the
of surprised with myself.
Get the feeling it's an animated
I recognize
movie.
that immediately.
Next slide. That's incorrect. Next slide.
Did you pick these frames like
This
specifically,
looks like-
or did you pull them from?
I
the
pulled
web-
it from frame.
Okay.
It should
Oh,
be,
wait, I mean that's
made my life easier.
Yeah.
okay. That's. Can I just talk openly if he's screwed?
Yep.
That's Shrek, but that first shot was not. So I guess Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
That's incorrect.
Dang it. Is it Shrek?
Yes, correct.
What's the first shot?
You're so dumb. It's the intro. They're like go to the swamp for the first time. They're trying to like they rally a band
Got
to
it.
6,
defeat him.
5, 4. Okay, you got 4 points.
I'm still in the lead. Dang it.
Yep. It is Shrek.
Ah, should have gone with it.
The answer was Shrek. Okay, movie number 4.
Pass.
Okay.
Oh, darn! I actually right as you hit next, I got the answer.
That's correct.
Man, I should have guessed on that first one because I would have gotten it right.
Yeah, you guys really were quick to pass.
I
Do you want to do
don't
the first?
I don't think there's any sense in
unless
wasting
it's
too much time.
Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol.
Yeah,
Nope.
it is. You should guess.
Okay, slide number 3.
Barbie.
That's correct.
Robbie.
Because the first slide it says Mattel.
I thought that was an S. Yeah. So we're tied now.
Yep.
4, 4, 3, 6, 5. Yep.
Okay, last movie in the framed round. Ready?
Okay, I'm not confident, so we can go into the next one. Okay, am I right?
That's correct.
Oh heck, yeah, let's go.
No, but he gets it on the second one.
No, I
You
wrote
guessed
it.
it.
I wrote it on for the first one, but I
That's
wasn't confident.
Wow.
I just did random too. Like I did 5 random movies on framed. So
Is it
Topical.
Yeah.
The Witch?
that's incorrect.
Book of Eli.
Yeah, that's correct.
My name is Eli.
Man, can you go back to the? You got it from the
That's
tree.
it's from the very. It's like one of the very first shots. I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time remembering some things, but sometimes I'm able to look at some trees and know that it's from the Book of Eli.
What about those trees out there? Are those from the Book of Eli?
So Noah
Yeah,
wins
they might
round
be.
1. I'm just gonna give Noah the win.
You're just gonna give it to me, or Noah earned it.
You just get the win. I don't know if we're gonna carry points over. So you won round 1. So you
Okay.
get 1 point.
Okay. I actually think I'm gonna be done playing now.
No, it forfeits.
Yeah. So
I mean, I automatically
No,
win the next two.
I quit while I was ahead.
So that is the frame category. The next is brain teasers. And
Oh, I'm gonna win.
So This is movie brain teasers, and it's just you have to yell out the answer, and the first one to get it gets a point. Okay?
Okay.
We're still guessing it?
Yep, guessing the movie, but it's a brain teaser.
Step Brothers.
That is correct.
Brothers Up.
What's up, brothers?
Yeah.
Movie number 2.
Oh. Orange You Glad?
What happens when we don't?
Instant Family?
Then you don't get the point.
No, it would be like each one represents a word.
Do we get hints at all?
I can give you a hint if we get to there.
Okay.
I'm guessing the at symbol means at. If I had to throw that one out there.
I'm guessing the T means tea. I would ask for a hint.
The hint is it's not pointing to the family; it's pointing to the kid.
Catch that kid.
At that kid.
At.
T kid. T boy. T son.
So this is the first word. This is the second word.
Okay.
Car at T-Boy. Karate Kid.
That's correct.
All right, T-boy.
1-1. Good job, Noah. Movie number 3, Karate Kid.
Dirty Dancing.
That's correct.
Oh. Karate Boy.
Dirty Dancing. Movie number 4.
Top Gun.
That's correct.
I was like first gun. I was like,
I think there's actually 6. There might be more than 5. Top Gun. Okay, movie number 5.
Snakes on a Plane.
That's correct.
Josiah get
Snakes
eat
on
by
a
dust.
740. Dang it.
Snakes on a Plane. I think there's another one. Yeah,
Dark Knight Rises.
that is correct.
I really think Josiah needs to go take a lap. You go to the bathroom, take a long break in there. Is that the last one?
Yeah, you won, but there's a round 3 though. So, but you won the first 2 rounds.
3, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Josiah can't win at this point.
Yeah,
Okay,
This game sucks.
but this is just for fun, for funsies.
it's pretty
Dark
fun.
Knight Rises. This is the Letterboxd review.
Okay.
So I will show up a review. There's different points. We'll start with the third one. You have to guess the movie based off the review.
Yep.
Greatest movie about holding hands for 3 points.
Stuck on You.
Incorrect.
I don't have a guess.
Okay, for 2 points. Just like in real life, the humans are the weakest part of this.
Toy Story 3?
That's incorrect.
Oh, that's a good guess. Human Centipede.
That's incorrect. Okay, for 1 point, 2 robots fall in love. Me sobbing has a full-on existential crisis.
2 robots falling in love.
Robots that hold hands. Is this like that new movie? What was that called?
No,
2 robots fall in love.
they gave very high ratings.
Is it
Is it
Ex
the Wild
Machina?
Robot?
No. Come on.
Robots.
No.
Robots is a fun movie.
2 robots falling in love.
All right. We're just giving the answer. You guys going to hate yourself. It's Wall-E.
What's that movie?
Well, it's Wall-E.
Yeah, Wall-E.
2 different
Wall.
words.
What's that one about?
Shut up. It's one of your favorite Pixar movies.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Question number 3. This review may contain spoilers. I
A
can't
Few Good
handle the
Men.
truth. Nope.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's just a default.
That's not that's not.
You click
the
that I can
review
handle the
itself.
truth, and
That-
it reveals the review.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, well, how is this not A Few Good Men?
I messed up.
Yeah, that's just like a default spoiler tag. What does the next one say? that the mom was Princess Diana.
Princess Diaries.
That's incorrect.
The mom was Princess Diana for my. I don't know.
Okay. This review might seem similar.
That's Kenzie. Oh, it's The Parent Trap.
That's correct.
How was that top one supposed to give us any sort of clue?
That they're actually twins? Like they can't handle the truth that they're twins? I don't know. 3 points are supposed to be tough.
Yeah, not impossible.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Also, you're biased towards this is Noah's wife. You think Noah doesn't know his
follow
wife?
her too?
Yeah.
Who?
Mac Nordo.
All right. Sorry. I hope. Next movie. My Thy Guitar Chip and
School of
Shatter.
Rock.
That's incorrect.
It's Elvis.
That's incorrect.
Oh,
Trigger warning for any girl
it's,
who has had her heart broken by a self-involved artist
Inside Llewyn Davis.
no,
with
it's
trousers hair and poor communication skills.
oh, it's the Timothy Chalamet biopic.
You
The
can't
one,
guess.
the one that just came out about Bob Dylan.
You have a guess of the title.
Bob Dylan, the movie. I can't think.
incorrect.
I can't think of the name.
For 1 point.
Complete unknown.
That's correct.
Yeah.
This guy isn't even a Beatle. That's funny.
A complete unknown. Okay, next movie. 3 points. Makes Thor: Love and Thunder look like a preschooler made it.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's incorrect.
Captain America: Brave New World.
That's incorrect. 2 points. Hooked on a feeling, and that feeling is emotional damage.
I feel like I've seen that first review.
2 points.
James and Amanda the Jedi are both YouTubers.
Oh, really?
Hooked on a feeling, and that feeling is emotional damage. Makes Thor: Love and Thunder. I mean, that makes you think it's an MCU. That makes me think it's an MCU movie or MCU adjacent.
I don't have a guess.
Hooked on it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, for 1 point. Proof that the MCU is its best when it forgets about the multiverse and just makes
Guardians
it
of the Galaxy
fun.
3.
That's correct.
Oh, I was thinking of a bad movie.
Do they play Hooked on the Feeling? Is that?
That's in the first movie, like Hook on a Feeling.
Yeah. But I was.
Yeah. So,
That was a red herring then. You're
and then
genius.
the date also helps if you think about 2003.
That's true. Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Next movie, 3 points. Seemed a bit repetitive.
Groundhog Day.
That's correct.
Nice.
And Josiah wins that round.
Woo! And that round was worth 3 points, you said?
Was it really?
Yeah, so you won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Seriously?
So this happens when you get a real job after your studies and your routine remains the same until retirement. And then for 1 point, sticky buttons.
Sticky buttons.
Someone, one of the Letterboxd reviews was like, "This is the worst poster, the worst effing poster ever."
Yeah.
I was gonna put that, but it had language, so it's a
Okay.
really bad poster
That's
though.
funny.
That is, guess that movie.
Nice.
That was fun.
It was, I appreciate it because that last round was worth more points.
I appreciate it because Josiah gloated at the beginning of the second round and made it seem like he was going to win like by a shoo-in, and then I won by 2 points. And then he had to take a
As
lap.
Noah has said in the past, which we all know he was lying about it. He said, "I don't get my validation from this podcast." That was a lie.
I say that, but then I'm just, Josiah, I am the best at movies.
you.
Okay, so as is my fashion, it seems I forgot to announce the trivia theme last week. And so that means I got to pick whatever I wanted. And what I wanted to do was create some trivia about movie bears. And so this is movie bear trivia.
Massive.
You turn on the thing.
And I'm going to turn on the thing. And
Come on.
okay, you're 1, you're 2, I believe. Movie bear trivia. Question number 1. Considered an underrated gem by many, Brother Bear tells a story of a hunter who's transformed into a bear and must navigate the world in his new form and was released, Josiah.
2003.
That is correct. Question number 2. After Hugh Glass is mauled by a grizzly bear and left near dead, John Fitzgerald, played by this actor, Josiah.
Tom Hardy.
That is correct.
In The Revenant.
That's what the
In the
movie's
Revenant.
called. I forgot.
You forgot?
The Revenant. Question number 3. This 2007 fantasy novel adaptation, which Riley.
The Golden Compass.
That is correct.
I
I actually gave way more clues in that question because I thought it was going to be more challenging. That movie was not on my radar.
I almost got that.
Okay. Question number 4. Paddington arrives in London to start his new life after stowing away on a cargo ship that set sail from this country, the place where Paddington grew up. Riley.
Peru?
That is correct. Okay.
Do bears even live in Peru?
Apparently. 2-2. Question number 5. Amongst the golden age of Disney animated movies, actor Phil Harris voiced 2 separate anthropomorphic bears. Josiah.
Little John and Robin Hood and Baloo in the Jungle Book.
That is correct.
Woo! They copied the animation cells from one to, so you can like see it's like literally the exact same of like Baloo dancing and then Little John dancing. It's
Yeah,
like
they stole from
same.
Aristocats as well. Which
Yeah.
he also had a voice in. But it is interesting that they chose the same voice actor for 2 bears.
Let's go. We're on the board for trivia season 5.
5. Bonus question time. Loosely inspired by true events, Cocaine Bear, which tells the story of a bear that ingested several kilos of cocaine and goes on a killing spree, was produced by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Josiah.
Yeah, crap. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
That's incorrect. Produced by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, but was directed, Riley.
Elizabeth Banks.
That's correct.
I didn't know that.
Bonus questions sure are fun. Too bad they don't mean
Lord
anything.
What's Chris Lord and
Phil Lord and Christopher Miller.
yeah, they did. I think they did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Lego Movie, 21 and 22 Jump Street,
And Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
Phil
They-
Lord and Chris.
Lord and Miller, they
Really
wrote it.
interesting. They've been all over.
They've been
Man.
very successful.
They were like, "Hey, Miles Morales, park in that handicap spot." That's awesome.
Awesome.
Darn it.
Woo! It's because I like bears more than you.
Yep.
You got that dog in you, but I got that bear in me.
It's like,
Sure could go for some salmon right now.
Riley's like, ruff.
On all levels, except physical, I'm a wolf.
I am a puppy dog. Okay, so Josiah's won
Nice.
once.
You're on. You're up for next week.
I'm up for next week.
What's
Oh, man.
trivia going to be? Come on, announce it. You
It's
got to
like
figure this out.
Movie Wolves. So this movie starred Liam Neeson, and he had to fist fight a wolf.
This is the next movie coming out by horror director Robert Eggers.
Oh man, I have to think. Let's do.
We're gonna have a little karaoke segment.
Yeah.
I'm buying a Hawaiian roller coaster. Right? No, you're not supposed to be singing. You're supposed to be. Really, the ocean blue.
Directors.
Just
Directors.
Just directors.
The sunset beyond the horizon. Directors. Just
Directors.
blanket.
Yeah, is that okay? You want me to make it more specific?
No, it's fine.
Directors.
okay.
Very good.
That was that. Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We'll be as curious as you to see who wins the Best Picture and all the other Oscar winners at the 2025 Oscars.
We at the Good Show on Deed podcast. Thank you.
Louder your voice.
My testicles never dropped.
Please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.